here we are. We're at Fool's Falls. Is this Fool's Falls? I can't remember. Hidden Falls. Hidden Falls. I'm going to go over talk to Curious George and do the next warrior quest. I started here because there's the waterfall, so we're going to get Mithril Tempest, which is actually really nice because it's an AoE, a circular AoE. So it'll be good to have that. So you overpower and then Tempest. Hello again, my friend. It's quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since we last met. Your progress is heartening to look upon, truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yet I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something of use. In fact, just last night I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the axe, the armies of city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regiments. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in, Scarlett, ones which call upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh on unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-states laid blame for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, also the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is that never once during my training did my brother hint at this dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage that the chronicles describe. Could it be that the tales were merely falsehoods, stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they prompted my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then the damage has already been done. Well, I for one will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to the stories that have so tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forgotten the present. If you recall, I spoke to you of my former comrade from the company of heroes, and the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose, and to toss a punch of salt on this wound, fell creatures have appeared to be its minions. Let's try it again. Fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. I feel like there's those two hyphens missing in that. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely the people would see the warriors are no fearsome beasts, but valuable allies. Together, Scarlett, we will win back our proud name. Now, let us away to Wineport to meet with the captain of the militia. I feel like he's raged before, though, when we first met him, at least. But maybe he doesn't remember it. So we said Wineport. Yeah, Wineport. It's like they're lining up to keep us out, but we just teleported in. Didn't think that one through, did you, bro? My friends, Wineport is much obliged for your aid. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly overmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that we are currently left without any manned defense. Man defense. Leave the defense to us, my good man. I'll secure the western gate. Scarlett, you defend the town from the east. Together we will form a bulwark that not a single fiend can penetrate. Once the enemy has been driven back, we return here to back up the captain. Got it, Scarlett? Alright. So, defend the eastern gate. I mean, it doesn't look like it's got a gate. Alright. I feel like that grass raptor is going to get in the way, so I'll kill it first. I'm going to move these around. Alright. Because I know what the abilities are that are coming, because I've seen them in the ability list. So I kind of want to get group stuff together. Because you get another ability like in a beast, and then you get a an AoE version, or 2 AoE versions. So, if I can, I want to combine those together. Oh. Alright, is that it? That is it. Good. Alright, thank the 12 you're safe. We have needed your skills. I just heard a scream and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose within the village. Come with me. I mean, there's only one gate. How did he let it get past? There's more than one. You monster, get away, get away. A monster, but I don't come no closer, Scarlett. I beg of you. I must return to the falls. Whatever has gone into whatever has gotten into Curious George. 'Tis true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts, methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak to the villagers and clear up this most unfortunate misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and assure Curious George that Wineport is indebted to him for his aid. Scarlett, please forgive me for leaving so abruptly earlier. It was a hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know that I was in complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that to the layman's eyes, it may have seemed that, well, the opposite was true. Mayhap it was this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that is the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavour to reassess their message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul crystal, Scarlett, it sparkles. Does the soul of the warrior have aught to reveal to you? Any whispers of import? If only they hadn't forsaken me as they did my brother. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies and you your training. I hope to have something new for us, for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. You hear the whispers of the village apparitions or something. Ancients. Alright. So with that, we're calling it... No. No way. We have to... Yeah, we can head back over to good old Coerthas, I think. But first, we want to move this down to here. Nice. Yeah, let's head to Coerthas. A long trek. So we need to slay a spotted mud puppy. Now to do that, we need to drop this on him. I think we got it. No, we didn't. What I might do, stun, and then do it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so if you hadn't realized, what that did was just lower their defense and stuff. And their health. Just to change it up a bit, generally. Now we just need to go kill some crocs. Down this way. I did that one first because it's this is closer, so it takes less time to get to. And you can do it without making a significant cut or anything. Now I think no, they weren't. I had the vague feeling that they were on the hunting log. They might be for something else, but like for a different class. Need 5 of them. Gonna see if I could grab a couple, but they're not exactly plentiful in this area. Let's go look. We're usually in this area. Oh, there's some over there. A Leviathan horse. both of them. And try out our new Tempest ability. There you go. Nice. Alright, nice. And we go back there. Alright, so here we are again. Let's talk to the chef first. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Oh dear. Remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road, this should only take a moment. I just need to do this and voila. Never seen a man cook steaks as fast as that, have you? That fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here. And above. Here and up above. Ah, I didn't read it. Whoops. Is that fresh cooked steak? Alone's blessing be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men and their wits beside. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. Hold on. I was expecting him to say, your mud puppy steaks won't work on me. I'm happy to oblige you. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for the morale, eh? But I've forgotten about the hardworking... but I've forgotten about the hardworking Chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking this steak to Sinota. She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Chirurgeons. Yeah, I remember putting it in the thingo now. The video. A little bird tells me that you slew some crocs in an effort to curry my favour. I'm afraid you've been had, miss. That young fellow merely sought to shrink his duties. Still, your heart was in the right place, and it cannot be denied that the people of Coerthas are better off without those beasts. Very well, I will see that Lord Drillamont is made aware of your deeds. Do try to understand my lord's position, though. It is his responsibility to ensure that Whitebroom Front is prepared for every eventuality, be it an endless blizzard or a Dravanian assault. He will not put our efforts to retake the Stone Vigil at risk without good cause, which you have yet to give. I don't know whether they're upstairs or downstairs. I think they might be downstairs. Oh, nope, looks like it was upstairs. This is the storehouse. Nope, upstairs. Wait, she's got to cook here. Why would they want... That's why I don't come to the mess hall. The guy has... No one's told him that they have their own, cook here. Beg your pardon, madam, but I am busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. Eat. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Ooh, knight's bread or raptor stew? Knight's bread. Tenacity is good. Not that I've been using bloody food. Alright, keep going, we got time. Sid will like to furnish the infirmary with a new alembic. Might I have a word with you, Scarlett? It concerns the Chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 6 ice sprites. Though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Okay. So kill some ice sprites. Where do they specifically want me to go? Over there. Be mindful of the dragonflies. I think there's also a hunt creature that comes over here, and I know that there's a fate over there sometimes. So 1. They're all spread out though, which is a pain in the bum. Right. I'm gonna pile them up. It's probably a bad idea, but unfortunately these don't work like other characters. They're more like the ranged enemies you'd find in a dungeon or something. In the sense that they don't close the distance. I'm mumbling like that because I actually can't remember what I was, what enemy I was thinking of. Might be the Trickster Imp actually. There's basically a ranged enemy that will close, do one attack and then close the distance. But it's escaping my memory at the moment. And sadly, these are all spread out. Alright. Hello. There we go. Alright. One more? Or is that it? One more. I want to avoid this dragonfly if I can. No, I'm not going to. It's going to attack me. Yep. That's alright. I'll pull it along to fight the ice sprite. I'll attack them both. Alright, fine. Go away then. Oi, Jasper, come back. That's probably the annoying thing about the companions. And you don't have like a heal or stop attacking kind of thing. So he's off fighting with the dragonfly. It actually is really annoying for fates as well. Because in the circumstance where the fate's completed and you're doing like a attack multiple enemies kind of deal, they turn back into just normal hostiles and run away, and companions run after them. The annoying bit is that keeps you in combat, right? So you can't like mount or switch classes or whatever, and you might think, well, why is that annoying? Well, because when you're like farming fates while waiting for a queue to pop or whatever, you know, you can't change into the class you need to change into, and that becomes annoying. Have you obtained the course? If so, please show them to me. Especially if it takes forever for the queue to pop as well, and then you miss it because the chocobo is still running after the enemy. What an amazing device, but is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it'll be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder where the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generous comes at cost. Oh, here we go. Dickhead pointy shoes. These earnest efforts are but a means to as yet unknown end. Start again. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Probably. We've already got the Heliodor ring, don't we? Yes, we do. Money it is. Sid is concerned about the Inquisitor. Before we can persuade Lord Rillamont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guilliam that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in the Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of White Brimfont. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Okay, is that the person's below us? There you are. Inquisitor Guilliam? Yes, of course I know him. Alas, I've not seen him since the day we came to Whiteburn Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in the snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. What? In a darkness black as pitch. Okay. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveller, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guilliam rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope one day to repay his kindness. But he was just here, bro. Did you not see him? El boys. Inquisitor Guilliam, I haven't foggiest of who you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we've learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Okay. Under Inquisitor Guilliam's watchful gaze, unprecedented number of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such godly, righteous men to protect us. Oh yeah, if you want to practice your rotations, you can come here. This is one of the locations. Level 50 ones, level 1 are the ones you'll want to do unless you are level 50 or close to. There's also some in Gridania, I don't know, and there's some in Middle Lenosha and somewhere in Uldar. They're all over the shop. And you can actually get one if you get a house. You can buy one at various levels. Place to practice rotations. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Helone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Shiva. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with the irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect that he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Scarlett. Mayhap they will provide insight into the Inquisitor Guilliam's motivations. Yeah, we've already got it, so we'll just get this. If you're struggling to determine whether you want the gear or the money, just look at how much money you're getting and what that gear would cost you normally, and then determine, okay, well, I'm getting more money from that, or I need that gear and it's going to give me, you know, X amount. Anyway, alright, so I think I'm going to call it. We'll go into a nice warm building, because Alphino is not dressed for the weather, and neither is Scarlett, realistically. But anyway, with that, we'll call it an episode, and I'll catch you next time.